my fellow human beings, and welcome to episode 78 of The Best Plus Life. I'm your best host, Kristen, and today's topic is, when life gives you lemons, make pound cake? Before we get started, I want to thank you all for watching. Please continue to watch, comment, share, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and please pass them on to anyone you think that they would help. With that being said, we got a big to-do list today because it is the season finale. Woo! Can you believe it? End of year 2, people. I am so proud of what I've accomplished on this channel so far. And one of the things I'm going to be doing with y'all is doing a year-end recap. Because I need a refresher on what I did this year. And frankly, I'm going to be looking at it for the first time right in front of y'all, too. So, bear with me. Now, I'm going to do the positive words in a minute. And that means we should have a complete year. Actually, I think I need to go all the way to the 1st of September for some reason. I think I started September 1st. But I will double check on that for you. But I want a year's worth so that I can have a planner with all the words in it, and I can look at them and see, although they don't make planners that run January to December, surprisingly enough. So hopefully I'll be able to give you a whole planner's worth, and maybe you can implement them into your yearly planner going forward, or maybe it's something I need to put out there in the world and make my own positivity planner. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. Are you guys excited? And I'm excited because I've switched it up a little. I still have not made this recipe before, but this time I have Peyton and I had gone to Half Price Books, and I love going through their clearance section because you usually get books there between $2 to $3. This one happened to be $3, and I also got a dessert cookbook with 365 days of desserts. It was too overwhelming. I wanted to use lemon. And so therefore that's why my little lemon is floating here midair. I gotta move it back a little. Trying to get it to not be. Oh well. Anyway, I don't know what I was trying to do. But I decided to pull a recipe from one of the cookbooks. And I asked Peyton to look and find something that we should make. And today, out of the Taste of Home that I got for $3, annual recipes from 2021, we are going to be making Lemon Lovers Pound Cake. Yum! And you know me, I gotta mess with it. And because I'm making it with you for the first time, I'm going to go over the recipe with you. I'm going to go over how I'm cooking it, all that good fun stuff. So, lemon. Yeah, I can talk. Lemon Lovers Pound Cake has 1 cup butter softened with an asterisk, 3 cups sugar asterisk, 6 eggs room temp asterisk. They should have an asterisk. 5 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 tablespoon of lemon zest. That should have an asterisk. 1 teaspoon of lemon extract. That should have an asterisk. Man, I am slacking. Then it has 3 cups flour, which has an asterisk, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. And then 1 1/4 cups sour cream. Again, an asterisk. And then the icing is this should have asterisks too, but I didn't know how I was going to switch it up any. All the ingredients are going to be in there, and I'm adding something. So I will get to that when I get to that, but hopefully that helps you. All right, you're supposed to make this in a bundt pan at 350, but you know me. I'm going to be shipping them, so I want them shippable and be able to share. So we're going to test 2 in the beginning. We're going to test 1 with the paper and 1 with a sprayed slot, and we'll see how that works out. Okay, but first we're going to do the positive words, and then I'm going to kind of touch base on the episodes. I had Peyton go through and send them all to me because, frankly, if you told me I did that, I'd have to say, of course I did. But a lot of times, thinking back to the first season, and I started sharing first season episodes as well, which is kind of fun. So we're gonna start with Thursday, the 18th, because I film on Wednesdays now. So Thursday, the 18th was Ludic, full of fun and high spirits. Friday the 19th was Nadora, which is beautiful gift. The 20th is Blafar, indicating the freshness and beauties of youth or health, attractive and possessing charm. The 21st was Cerebrate, to use the mind, think deeply about something, ponder. The 22nd was Bonhomie, which is good-natured, easy, friendliness. And I think I put in friendlessness on there. I didn't even check my spelling on that one. Bad. That was bad. Tuesday was Samoltranstall, a special place discovered for solace and relaxation. And today is Gaise, Gaisce, a great achievement or feat. And I thought that was kind of fitting for today, because this is kind of a big achievement for me. And right here on the next page it says, don't quit your daydream. Make your dreams happen. So, no truer words have ever been spoken. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm trying to get stuff kind of out of the way. All right, so to start with, in a large bowl, and I'm going to do it in the mixer. It doesn't really say, but I don't want to sit here and cream, butter, and sugar in front of you for 5 to 7 minutes. I mean, I could pause it. Okay. Oh, let me go over the substitutes. I almost forgot. Silly me. Okay, so for the butter, I have found a substitute butter. You know what? I should just show it to you. It is a vegan butter. I'm using it for the first time in this recipe, and it is oat milk butter. It's nice and soft. It's a spreadable butter, so we'll see how this goes over. I did a combination of, so I needed what, a cup? I think I did almost 2/3 of this, and then 1/3 of a cup of coconut oil. So they're in the same container together. And then for the 3 cups of sugar, I used 2 cups of coconut palm sugar, and then I used 1 cup of the sugarcane sugar. And then for the eggs, today, because I was going to need to substitute sour cream, I used the egg substitute, and this is, I'm hoping, going to give me a little of the stability I've been looking for when I'm using coconut flour. It was a tablespoon of flaxseed to 3 tablespoons of water per egg. So that is what I did. And then I used the lemon juice, the 1 teaspoon of lemon zest, and the 1 teaspoon of lemon extract I'm replacing with lemon curd. I'm just mixing that right in. And then for the 3 cups of flour, you know the ratio is 1 cup of regular flour to 1/4 cup of coconut flour. So I'm replacing the 3 cups of regular with 3/4 of a cup of coconut flour. The baking soda and the salt are in there, and then the 1.5 cups of sour cream I replaced with Greek yogurt. And then the only thing I believe I'm adding to this is I'm adding the difference of what I would get with the lemon juice and water to come up with 1/2 cup of hot water. And I'm going to add Jello, lemon Jello. Jello. To that 1/2 cup of warm water and lemon mixture. So I'm hoping that it will be the most lemoniest lemon thing out there. And it will. So wish us luck on this. I'm going to go and try different things at the grocery store too, that I'm gonna kind of share with you guys to see how that goes. This I got from Mariano's, which is a local grocery store. I think there's obviously it's a chain. I shouldn't say I think it's a chain. I know it's a chain. I'm not sure how local it is. I do know that they sell Kroger products, so they might have it at Kroger stores. All right. So the first thing they want to do in a large bowl is we're going to cream our butter and sugar into light and fluffy, and that's when they say about the 5 to 7 minutes. I do think if I have to go that long, I am going to put you on pause because nobody wants to sit here and listen to butter and sugar cream for 5 to 7 minutes. So I will be probably putting you on pause. Okay, so we're gonna get that in there, and I'm gonna actually use my whiskey one because I want it light and fluffy. And it doesn't say if I'm supposed to whip that by hand for 5 to 7 minutes. I mean, it's a great arm exercise, don't get me wrong, but I'm wondering if I should use the paddle to start with and then switch to the whisk once I get them all incorporated. So this is my pile of coconut and the oat milk. You know what I didn't get out? A spatula. Where are you? I have some favorites here, but alright, so get in there. There we go. And then also the sugars. This is the palm coconut is the darker one. The coconut palm, however you want to put it. It is very not as sweet, so we'll just see how well this comes across. It might come off really sour. Ooh, I think our butter's not soft enough yet. All right, bud. Come on, you gotta go across the court. Go, go, go. Did it again. All right, and I don't need you eating this, so I gotta pick it up right away. So bear with me, guys. All right, bud. Go. Such a troublemaker. Okay. Troublemaker. Oh, he still found some. All right, go, go. Go, go, go. All right, I gotta keep it on low for a second so my butter gets churned better. So I'm making this for someone special. I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't want them to know. If they watch, they'll probably figure it out, but that's okay. Let's see if we can get this softened up. I think we might. You know what the nice thing about this oat milk butter is? It has a very sweet smell to it. So I think maybe we'll get some of that help in the sugar department from our actual butter. My dog is going to trip himself, and then it's going to be a mess. Thank you, bud. So yeah, we're going to do a year in review here shortly. Let me get this set up and going. And challenges, guys. I'm going to have some new challenges next week, or I might take the week off and start the week after. We'll see what happens. But we need some new goals to go for. I got some books from the library yesterday, which I think are going to help a little bit. Let's see what it does. I'm not sure it's really mixing so far. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to put you on pause while this goes round and round, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes, okay? I hate talking over this thing. Alright, we already might be having an issue, but we're going to continue forward anyway. We're not getting light and fluffy. We're getting weird texture, of course, again, and I haven't even done anything else but try and whip it for 5 minutes, which really didn't work out. So, we'll see what happens going forward. After creaming that, we're supposed to add the eggs one at a time, beating well after each addition. Hopefully this will help stabilize our... Ooh, that was getting hot. stabilize our mixture here a little bit since we're using flaxseed. I am just a mess. Okay. Then after this, we're going to stir in our lemon juice, zest, and extract. Now you know we're using the juice and curd instead. Okay. We can do our next one here. And remember, this recipe for eggs is just one tablespoon of the flaxseed with 3 tablespoons of water. On this, because honey and lemon go like, although do I want it to taste like a cough drop, I guess is the better question. Alright, I guess this is our last little bit. I just want to get as much of the flaxseed in there as possible, because, okay. Get that mixed up. I'm just the biggest mess maker. Oh, she's good and soupy now. Okay, I'm wondering if I should switch out my whisk back to my paddle. I think it's going to be easier to put in the paddle, or the, oh my gosh, look at this mess. I think it's going to be easier to put in the dry ingredients with the paddle than it is with the whisk. So we'll finish up the wet ingredients, which was, instead of the extract and the zest, I'm using the lemon juice that they call for. And I'm also using lemon curd, which I'm hoping will stabilize my cake a little more. Because it's pretty, I'm trying to decide how much I should use. Let's see how big a jar this is, 10 ounces. Probably need a yeah, this will work. I never thought about how much I would actually use to replace it. Let's just try a couple big globs. Yeah, I know, that's not very bakery-like to just throw it in there, but we'll see if it gives it lemon flavor. If it doesn't, we'll have to add more. Sour cream. Oh, I alternate the dry goods with the sour cream. Definitely smells lemony. Let's see what we got here. Let's do a little more. You know, the nice thing about the curd is, because it's so thick and it has sugar in it, it might be that we're going to use the whole jar, but at this moment in time, I'm not really sure. We might save some for the frosting, or the icing, whatever you want to call it. I have a little remedy up my sleeve for that as well. I don't want to be wearing this because it's really liquidy right now. Talk about lemon. And then you get the toastiness of the flaxseed and stuff in the background. It's kind of nice, actually. Okay. Definitely getting a good bit of sweetness, even though it's lemon. Okay, and then keep in mind this is 3/4 of a cup of the coconut, and then I have the half, what was it? half a teaspoon of baking soda and a quarter teaspoon of salt. We're just going to combine that together. Mix it around. Okay. And now we're going to start paddling in our dried goods and then swapping it with the, alternating it with the sour cream. Our sour cream, remember, is Greek yogurt. I had a brain fart. That's the other reason why I kind of want to use the curd again, is the Greek yogurt is a bit, it's got that bitter sourness, whereas the curd would have a sweeter sourness, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Alright, we're going to do a scraping here real quick. I don't know why I'm not using my spoon rest instead of mine. I'm going to have to say I really do appreciate the way the flaxseed works with the coconut flour better than the Greek yogurt when I use that as the egg instead. I'm going to hang on to that. Okay, now we're going to do some sour cream, aka Greek yogurt. Some in there. Okay. Definitely going to be an interesting colored cake. Like I said, you're not going to imagine. Like bun cakes and things like that that are lemony usually look very vanilla. Ooh, that's one thing that's not in here. I wonder if vanilla doesn't work well with lemon. Again, feel free to replace whatever flour if you're allergic to coconut or you don't like coconut. We're definitely getting a nice, more solidified dough, batter, whatever you want to call it, with the flaxseed. And it's bespeckled besides. We're really taking this healthiness to a new stretch. Now remember, we did at the end of last year, or the first year, however you want to look at it, we tried to do a chocolate cake with cauliflower flour. Let's just say it was not pretty. I mean, it was pretty, but it just didn't taste pretty. How's that? Alright, so I've been alternating, as you can tell. So last season, at the beginning of this season, we ended last season with the cauliflower cake. It was just, Peyton and I made that together, and we just were just, ugh. We're just like, we can't go on with this. We tasted it. We tried to put all kinds of goodies on it. We're just not succeeding on that level. And then I started out this season asking you the question. Of course, my tablet will close on me. New direction or redirection? You decide. So when I started this season, I kind of didn't do either. It wasn't a new direction, it was a continuation of the old direction. And it wasn't a redirection so much as a confirmation of how this is all going to play out, if that makes any sense. So needless to say, I don't know that this season, while I'm wrapping it up, kind of did either. I don't know if that helps you at all, but that's what happened. Alright, this is the last round of sour cream. Voila. I was also going to debate about vanilla. I'm not sure how we're going to play that one either. I do feel like there's a little bit of this egg left in here also. So, might as well get it all out. It could be a thing preventing us from getting our full. It's very pumpkin-y looking. It's weird how different ingredients can change the colors of things. Okay. Let's give this one more whippity-doo. I don't know, it's pretty thick. I guess it's just a matter of whether it has enough lemon and sweetness to carry us going forward. I'm going to do a test batch on the I'll get it. In the muffin tin, I'm going to do one. Let's see. It's very light. I actually like it quite a bit. I'm debating. I do want to add, I think, but I'd hate to say a whole jar, but I think it is a whole jar. Actually, it's minus a couple scoops that I tried to make something else with that didn't turn out. So this will, I think, compensate for the stability a little more. Hopefully. You can make your own curd too. I just bought this because it was on clearance. And I knew I wanted to do something with it, so there you go. All done with that. Okay, one more little whip through this curd, and I'll probably do a scraping. I also do want to spray the pan just. Let's see if that helped us any. Definitely is, again, another weird texture. Good lemony. And I'm debating about vanilla. I really do like the flavor right now. I hate to mess with it. Might give it that baked. But I'm a little nervous, I have to say. Let me just see what a half a teaspoon can do. We'll just try that. Let me see. If I like it. I don't know, I think vanilla always gives it desserts and things, even if you're making like a box mix. It just gives it that, oh, I just made this in my kitchen smell. Not that I'm not, but let's see. It didn't really change it much, so I'm not going to mess with it anymore. Actually did a little bit as far as like making that toastiness in the background kind of taste like a graham cracker. So I actually quite like it. Okay, here's the next dilemma. Oh, I gotta spray my pan real quick. And we're gonna test them. Let's see, what does it say? How long we're supposed to cook these for? Pour batter into a greased and floured 10-inch fluted tube pan, which is basically your basic bundt pan. Bake at 350 until a toothpick inserted near the center comes out clean, 55 to 60 minutes. Well, we're obviously not doing ones that take that long, but I have a feeling since ours is much wetter that ours is not going to take as long either. I just want to go this around because I don't want It's super greasy in there. Okay. And then basically, I guess I'm just gonna, because it's not real solid. I'm debating on whether I should add some more coconut flour, to be honest, but I don't want to get in that rut again when the flavor is good. I will, however, this is where the Jell-O was coming into my head. I would have to add water, though. I don't know, my mix is so, we're not using the whole Jell-O mix for the icing, so this is going to give us a little bit of the color we're looking for too, or make our cake look even more orange. I'm not sure which, but for stability's sake, I'm going to take my, I like that it has a little bit of the vanilla smell in the background too. I'm going to take 1 tablespoon and mix it up. Maybe I should have mixed that with water, but because I know you normally make Jell-O with hot water, but I feel with like the consistency of my cake and the liquidity. Wow. The heat from the oven. I really don't want to jump the gun on this. Okay. I'm just using a tablespoon and a half, maybe at the most, because I really want to use this for my frosting. Okay. Oh boy. Let's get this good and whipped up. And then we're going to see how long it takes to cook this, and while we're doing that, I'll give you a year in review. I'm probably sure that sounds so, I don't know, unsure, that pound cake is usually thicker. And I can already see the greasy layer on the top, which scares me to no end. So hopefully I'm just beside myself here, people. I think I might have to like quit my day job. All right, in it goes. I think it's that coconut oil that keeps messing me up. I can't give up hope that I can come up with some sort of remedy for that, but apparently I'm sadly mistaken. I already feel the eyes of judgment of myself more than anything. So yeah, that was the first episode. I wanted to see where I was going with this. A lot of times I'm still wondering where I'm going with this, right? So, let's see, where is 46? Okay, so near, I can't even speak. New year, new challenges, stronger ambition. That was the next episode. So that is when I came up with this lovely board behind me and the thought process behind how I could make each year a step going towards that ultimate goal, showing you that each episode is kind of our baby steps into progress unless you don't follow directions and keep cooking with the same wrong things. I don't know where the challenges came from, except I just kind of used them as a way to figure out what I was doing. So I guess that was what I kind of came up with. And then in 47, I really need some oomph today. Was one of those days where I knew I wanted to film, but just was not feeling the greatest, like kind of do most of the time. But it's also a time to kind of, no offense, use you guys to help me to kind of get that oomph that I needed. Get it from an outside source. You know, talk to people. Let people know how you're feeling about things. Like, hey, I'm over here, you know? And that's kind of what that one was about. And then 48 was you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. So that was another episode I really, really liked. I just felt like I was trying to tell myself, you know, yeah, you started. That's a good thing. Like, you got to remember that about yourself, that you at least attempted. And maybe the direction you went one time wasn't the right way to go, but there's definitely been directions that you've conquered. I mean, all the recipes don't work out, but that doesn't mean that I don't keep trying and using the same fail over and over again. Yeah. So that was 48. Okay, and then 49. Oh, I did a lot for 48 apparently. 49 is third time's the charm. Don't remember what that was about exactly. Let's see. But I do probably feel like it was something we attempted and was hoping it would turn out better the third time. Kind of like I'm doing with this today. But I'm having a feeling that it's not going to go quite the way I wanted. In fact, I do feel like this one is bubbling over already. And let's see what's happening to the paper one. I really do feel like it's this coconut oil that's the major issue. But I do feel like the paper is better. One, I didn't fill it up, you know, to extent. And two, I didn't set a timer of any sort, I don't think, so that's great. So, yeah, I do feel like I keep attempting things because one day, something big, monumental is going to happen, and I want to be there. Or I want to be the one that made it happen, one or the other. 51 was there is a majestic grandeur in tranquility. Tranquility. Again, to think about what I was trying to speak of, is just finding that peace with yourself enough to not have to constantly be searching for something all the time. And I think that's where the alone time kind of came in. You know, you're really trying to sit and think about, are you headed in the right direction? What is it that you're doing wrong or right? Or, oh yeah, I tried it that way, it kind of worked, but let me figure out something else. I do believe I was experimenting with some recipes at this point that I wasn't really sharing with y'all, or that could have been at the end of last year. And then we did a special Tuesday episode called Bake Baby Bake. That one was kind of fun. I do remember liking the fact that I was doing something special on a different day, you know, kind of out there. I'm just watching this one kind of ooze its way into the next cup. Okay, and then, no, that was the last one of that. So there's just things about this show that have made me stop and think that, okay, they're along with you for the ride, so you're not alone. But you also do need that alone time to kind of figure out what your next strategic steps are. All right. I'm gonna let this go for the 7 minutes. Well, a little less than 7 minutes. And I'll be back with you shortly to give you an update on what's happening. I definitely like the results of the paper one better. I think it might be absorbing some of it. So it's not flopping over. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. All right, back already. Epic fail. I'm gonna say my coconut oil is just not the appropriate, and I've cooked with it before, so I said on, I don't know if it was the last episode or the episode before that, just not the right one to be baking with. I'm gonna add, I have a half a packet of pudding, actual pudding, not Jello, but pudding, that I'm gonna add to it. I'm just gonna put it in and hope it absorbs. I think it's coconut besides, so it's got some coconut flakes in it, which are nice. And that is right there. That's interesting. It's pink, whatever it is. All right, and then I'm gonna hope for the best, I guess. I really, honestly, I know I said I attributed it to the coconut oil at one point, and I guess I just didn't want to believe that was the case, because it's not cheap, but it works well for like making candies and such. So I guess I'll be using it for that. But I'm hoping this pudding mixed with the the Jello I have in here and the hopefully it will give us a little bit more of the stability. The flavor is fantastic. I wish, I think I might just bite the bullet and not bake it like a muffin. I think I'm gonna learn a little bit from my mistakes, and maybe just individual ones are not. They are all going to the same person, so whether it's one big one or a bunch of little ones, I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm gonna get my bundt pan ready, and I'll be back with you in a minute. All right, I'm back. I got it sprayed and floured, and I'm just gonna pour this in there and keep our fingers crossed. I'm hoping with it all cooking together. Man, this is heavy. Maybe I should make sure it's all together here. Oh my gosh, the lemon smells amazing. Okay, here we go. I'll try and get it in. Now, if this turns out great, we're in big trouble. Because just like those brownie bites I made, I couldn't begin to tell you all that I did. Except the lemon smell that's coming out of here is just ridiculous. Yeah, I think we'd be making muffins all day if we, You know what would have been nice though, is to be able to make some of those truffly things with this as well. Maybe that's what this ends up being, more truffles. I'm sure the person that's getting this will be excited either way. Either way. Okay. Alright guys. We're going to put this in at the cook time of the original recipe, which was 55 to 60 minutes. And keep your fingers crossed. crossed, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, sorry. Alright, so here she goes. Eek. Right in the middle. I don't know, it's pretty soupy. Hopefully the pudding and the jello will start gelling. 5 minutes. Let's see. The flavor is so good. It does. It tastes just like a lemon graham cracker. I might have something here. Okay. So we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna get cleaned up a little bit, maybe not have everything spread out all over. And then we'll get to a few more episodes and we'll make the frosting or the icing, however, whatever you want to call it. I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm back. I can't guarantee I'm happy about what I'm seeing in there, but we're going to continue. Woohoo! Aren't you excited? And I don't know why I just did that. Why did I just do that? Hold on one more second. Alright, sorry. I lost my Jell-O icing recipe, so I had to go back. Here's the difference. They want a half a cup of hot water, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this lemon to it, and then we're just going to use the difference of a half a cup, if that makes sense. I'm just going to use hot water from the faucet. Should have done this before I came back, but I'm a little frazzled, I have to say. Not quite sure I'm going to be able to pull this off. Okay. What I should have done. Let's put this in first. Okay, and then we'll top the rest off with water. How's that sound? Too carried away because I don't want to waste my lemon. Okay. Alright, so is that hot? Lukewarm. Great. Okay. So it says start with less water. So I'm going to pour a little bit in this bowl here. I really don't think I have hot enough water. Let me nuke it for a second instead of dumping it out. So then it says, I'm not using this recipe, by the way, sorry. I got sidetracked, I'm so flustered. I'm not using this recipe probably at all, except to maybe add the sour cream, the powdered sugar, and the lemon juice is in the water, and I do have lemon zest, but I might not use it, I don't know yet. I don't want to get too carried away. Maybe we'll just dust it on the top with the lemon zest. That should have gotten us at least a little toasty. You're kidding, right? Ooh, that's hot. Okay. So we're just gonna pour a little bit in there. And we're starting with 1 to 2 tablespoons of the Jell-O. I just used half of that. Half of the water. So a quarter cup. And then I'm gonna use 1. So it's like we're making Jell-O, I guess, if you want to think about it. Let's see. It depends on how runny I think you want it, probably, huh? I'm just going to build up for consistency. Divide. I don't know what that means. Cover when not used, they dry quickly. Oh, because they made individual colors, I think. That's all what they're saying. And it says to use 6 cups of powdered sugar, but I don't know. I don't know that we're going to need 6 cups. actually smells like pine sol a little bit. I'm not even joking. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start the powdered sugar. It doesn't really give you an order in which this is supposed to happen, so this is 2.5 cups. This is from the original recipe. So if I think about maybe just when I combine the sugar and the Greek yogurt together, to create more of a frosting, I guess. I think I'm gonna need this smell is really throwing me off. Okay. Let me get my whisk, I guess. Don't you love how I say that with such no. Don't you dare. Nobody starts falling over on this watch. I'll grab this whisk over here just to... Okay, so let's get this whisk together. I am so baffled by this. Alright, I think I'm going to add the little bit of Greek yogurt we're adding into this. I'll probably be sorry, but I mean, why stop here? I mean, it's not a lot. It was, I don't even remember what it was. 1/4 cup. Okay, so now we're really kind of whisking the... Ooh, it really lightened it up a lot. That's fun. Okay, we'll just start adding more of the powdered sugar. I don't want the celebration to wane just because the recipe doesn't work out. I'm still happy with the progress I've made. Okay, and then if we want to talk about progress, come on. Okay, so we're on episode 52 and we're talking pumpkin eaters. If you couldn't tell, I did not too long ago, did another pumpkin. This was probably pumpkin bread. But I am the pumpkin queen. I love everything. Well, not everything. It has to have a certain pumpkin flavor for me to enjoy it. I am very picky. I don't like it too spicy, and I don't like it lacking in spice either. So, there you go. But anything with pumpkin is a good day for me. Let's see what we got next. Turkey. This is my second turkey. This is my first of 2. Sorry, I should say. Because I just did a turkey. Let's talk turkey. And this is when I started doing the dinners done differently. So taking something you normally expect to be one way, like taking a Philly steak sandwich, and instead of making it a sandwich, you make it into a burrito or, something of that nature. We did that one already. Am I going backwards? 54 is Bake Better Baby. That was probably when I started using the baby food. So that was a chocolate zucchini bread that I made with, that I made for one of Peyton's friends, that I made with zucchini baby food. I mean, you usually can't find zucchini baby food alone. It's usually with fruit. So I think it was like zucchini, pear, apple, or something of that nature. I just had a brilliant idea for this cake too, but it might be setting up. I'm not gonna jump to conclusions. But this one was fun because nobody expected that to have baby food in it. And I know Peyton got a good chuckle out of it. I go, are you gonna tell her? And she said, yeah. Episode 55 is when I moved to Thursdays. Wow, I didn't think I'd been on Thursdays that long. And I make something orangey. Isn't that horrible? The memory's the first thing to go. I'm sure it was something orangey for Jordan. I might have set those around. Who knows? Believe me, just because I don't remember everything doesn't mean I didn't have a grand time doing it. And I moved to Thursdays that episode. And then the next one is am I ready for tacos? Tortilla dessert be better? Like, or will a dessert be better? So we did something kooky with tacos, and then we made I think I made a taco pie, and then the dessert was on the tortillas. So it was like they were reversed, you know. This is plenty. I don't think I need to add any more water. And I definitely think maybe I do need to add either more gelatin or more powdered sugar. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going to check on our dessert, see how it's going. But this is when I really started flipping them around, doing crazy stuff, trying to do two things at once sometimes. Let's see how it tastes. Surprisingly, not that lemony. So, I might add another scoop, maybe just a half. We'll just add a little bit. I don't want to get too carried away and make it too solid. That would be my other issue. I mean, not that I don't have enough water. I do have enough water, I guess. And they were apple pie, like tortillas wrapped, and I think I covered them with a sauce of some sort. That's my fridge making fun noises. 57 was for Heath, a jolly good soup. I believe I made some sort of toffee. That might have been when I made my blondies. And then we also made I do believe it was a tortellini and sausage soup, which turned out really well. There's many, many recipes that turn out fantastic. I know it doesn't always seem like it. Episode 58 was BFD. It was Big Freaking Deal, or Breakfast for Dinner. And that was an omelet in the slow cooker. I don't think I made anything else that day. That omelet was really good, by the way, though. Very good. So many of them worked out just dandy. Then 59 was cookies for breakfast, and we made like protein cookies. I think they were oatmeal. I don't know, they were really good. I ate quite a few of them. I think I put dark chocolate chips in them. 60 was sweets for the treats or treats for the sweets. And that was when I sent out little carrot cakes, muffins, made healthy, to several different people. Those got some great reviews that I posted. $61 or 60 and a half. I don't remember why. I think I might have redone the cookies. I'm not really sure, to be honest. Let's see. Oh, I think I skipped one. 61. And that's 63. Lasagna turned taco-y. You can tell I love tacos, can you not? I love tacos. Or Lazaco. You decide. No, wrong one. 64, it's Greek to me, to baklava. So that was one of the amazing episodes. One of my favorites, to be honest. Being of Greek heritage and enjoying baklava the way I do, and then finding kind of a simpler way to do it is one that will stick out in my memory for quite a while. 65 olive. This one did this little title didn't make any sense to me, but episode 65 Olive Garden, more like oh love good chicken. Yeah, I know the titles need some work. That was really good chicken, by the way. I really liked that one a lot. I don't know if I wrote the recipe down. Episode 66 was Fro Yo Yo Yo, and I made my own coffee ice cream. Left a little to be desired. There's some room for improvement on that. We might remember that going forward. 67 is what I've learned. Apparently not a lot, considering, I'm still having issues. Still having many issues. Well, at least we'll have made some fresh icing. It's missing something. It needs a little something. Do you put salt in icing? No. Let's see, sour cream, butter. That's what it's missing. Because that butter will give it the little bit of salt it needs. I don't even want to use a lot. I think I'm going to just get that oat milk butter out. And get like a tablespoon in there. But I feel like I've learned a lot, even though it's like sometimes I feel like I've taken 100 steps backward. I do feel like there's progress being made. I do have fun sharing my failures with y'all, because if you can't share your failures with people, are you getting the true story? Jello has made its way to gelling onto my measuring spoon here. And I'm trying to scrape it off. The hits just keep on coming, I'll tell you. Do I have one over there? I do not. Okay. So here's the other draw. Is do I really want to mess with it this badly to get it to be? I'm a little nervous because, frankly, it's a little too runny. But maybe the gelatin, once the water cools down, will make more of a. I just don't think I want to add anything to it right now that could potentially mess it up. You know? I mean, it's not thick enough, but I also did not put as much powdered sugar in here as they said. You know what? This would be a good time to use my new powdered sugar I just got the other day. Let me put this butter away. Yes, I'm trying a new powdered sugar. This is what I mean when I'm going to start bringing you guys some new and fun, different things I find at the grocery store. Or stuff that I do online research-wise that comes up with new things to be tried. So I said, is there a healthier version of confectioner, or AKA powdered sugar? And one of the ones that came up was Swerve, and it's the ultimate sugar replacement, and they do have granulated as well, but this is the confectioners. 0 calories, natural, tastes, bakes, and measures like regular sugar. So I'm going to open it for the first time, and you all get to find out just how close to regular powdered sugar it looks. It's a little more floury looking. I know that doesn't seem like much of a difference, but when you're talking about, all I can smell is lemon now. Let's see. Did I have a spoon? Did I put it away? Just gonna stick. What did I do with my tablespoon? Did I put it away? And I stuck it in the burrito. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna try it first. I'm going to show it to you. I mean, it looks. It's, that's weird. So 0 calories. It's got a prebiotic in it. Oh, and then it also says 0 net carbs. The ingredients in Swerve do not affect blood sugar, so the carbohydrates it contains are considered non-impact. It's interesting because it has the texture and the feel in your mouth of regular confectioner's sugar. But when it disintegrates, it's just gone. Like, it is so, I don't want to say fluffy, but, oh, what a difference. I'm not going to lie, I kind of like it. What's nice about this is it's not really going to add too much of that added sweetness that I was looking for, as so much as just the thickening portion. And it clumps a little bit different. It doesn't quite have the same, I mean, it dissolves like powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar, whatever you want to call it. But I will tell you, it is a little bit different animal. I don't know how to describe it quite yet. I'm not mad at it though. If you can get mad at sugar. Let's see if it changed the flavor of it all. I actually like the flavor a lot. I really do. I really think the Jell-O. Oh, I don't think my bag's closed. I will lose my. This small bag was on sale for $6.99. So when I use these ingredients, I really want to use them as sparingly as possible. Hey, the Ziploc doesn't work really. Oh, come on, really? No. Alright. I'm gonna have to put some sort of clip on there, I think, because I'm gonna be worried it spills everywhere. Can't have it spilling everywhere. And then we also, I was thinking for future reference, I could have added a baby food to this. It might have helped. Because I have just bananas, which is supposed to help thicken things. And then this one's squash, peas, and pears, which isn't horrible. And then I have, oh, I do. It was zucchini, spinach, and banana that I put in there. That might have been something I can add to the pound cake for future reference, not just adding, the thickening. I think we're at a good state with the icing here. So I don't know where we're at with this. I'm really kind of scared, to be honest, especially if thinking about how much I worked on it, Okay, 60. Okay, so 68 was easy, freezy, and hotsy totsy. So I think I made some yogurt bite things, and then we also made something in the crock pot. Again, not drawn. Okay, episode 69 was I Am the Pumpkin Queen. Because I am the Pumpkin Queen. 70 was Let's Talk Turkey. That one's gotten the most views, so thanks guys, with 974. We made turkey 2 ways that day. We made taco meat, and we also made a turkey sloppy joe. 71 was serially good cookies. Serially good cookies. It's hard to say. We made cookies with cereal and milk, basically. So that was kind of fun. I use Honey Nut Cheerios, but I think it called for something else. 72 was Buckle Up Berry. I'm in love with blue. It was a berry buckle, blueberry buckle. Some people call them crumbles. Some people call them crisps. I think they all fall kind of in that same category. That was delicious. Absolutely delicious. And then 73 was Life of Pie. Those were 2 different pies. That was a dessert pie, and that was also a dinner pie. Both delicious because one was a peach cherry. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. 74 was blondes versus brunettes, and that was the start of this whole disaster and things not cooking up correctly. And there was 2 episodes of that, so I really didn't learn my lesson twice. 3 times will be the charm for sure. So 74 and 75 were both about the blondies. And then 76 was the chicken pizza braid. So good. And then I made a pizza on, a fruit pizza on pizza dough as well. And I think I told you what happened with that. Kind of backfired. The toppings were great. I even did a crumble again because I just love crumbles and fruit, if you couldn't tell. But the pizza dough itself needed some oomph in that department. And then, of course, you have last week's, which was slow cooked fast, or fast food slow, or yeah. That was the beef tips and gravy. So good. And we put them over egg noodles. It was delicious. And yes, I told you I was going to show you a picture. Completely forgot. So, I know, I'm fired. I just don't think this is going to work, guys. I don't want to be upset about it. We'll let it continue. But we only have 6.5 minutes for the 55 minutes to be done. And it's just a pile of grease right now. Once again, the celebration will continue, and we will start a new season going forward. But it looks like this is another epic fail. I wanted this one to work so badly. You have no idea. But I'm thinking with only 5 minutes to go with the 50-minute time frame, or 55-minute time frame, that another 5 minutes is not going to solidify where we are when it looks like a big bowl of grease. I'm going to see if there's some way I can fix it maybe when it cools down. I don't know. I hate to end this episode on a down note. Maybe if Peyton could come down. Can you hear me, Peyton?
What?
Can you hear me?
No.
Can you maybe come down and help me end the episode?
Sure.
Because it looks like our pound cake is not going to work out.
No.
Yeah, so maybe you can help me send good cheers for the new season that's going to start either next week or the week after. And you can say hi to all the folks on YouTube.
I forget where your camera is. Hi.
There she is. She's going back to school soon. I can't believe she's going to leave me. Well, it didn't work out, Pate.
Ah.
It's in there just oily as can be.
Yeah, it's bubbling.
Yeah, it's actually boiling, or whatever you want to call it. Deep frying in its own juices.
Oh.
So, you want to help me close out the show? I covered all the episodes that I went through this whole season.
Dang, every single one of them?
Yep, kind of flipped through every one, made a little comment, don't remember most of them.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's it, guys. I don't really have much else to report except to say maybe I'm going to be able to salvage it some way, somehow. Don't know. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
If I post on Facebook and Instagram, you'll know. If I don't, you'll definitely know that it was just a mess. All right. And with that being said, I want you guys to have a good day. Go do great things. Be your best self. And please live your best blessed life. Thanks for watching. Season 3 starts soon. Have a good day. Thanks. YOLO, my fellow human beings, and welcome to a special new ending of episode 78 of The Best Blessed Life. I'm your best host, Kristen, and the original topic was, when life gives you lemons, make pound cake? Well, let's add nope to that. We did not make pound cake. I don't know what we made. It was a big mess. But the technical difficulty was the editing process was not working. It was taking actual sound away every time I edited a piece, so I had to start all over. It was a big mess. So I figured, since I was already making a huge mess, I might as well make a bigger one. So what I decided to do, and I think I mentioned it in the episode about possibly, because of the color of the dough, turning it into graham crackers. And so that's what I'm trying to do. Since the dough was still so very liquidy, I proceeded to add, go to a graham cracker recipe and take the dry ingredients from that and add it to my dough. Basically just the flour though. I didn't add any extra baking powder, but I did add baking soda. What was it? No, I'd already had baking soda, so I added baking powder. And I added 1 cup of oat flour and 2 cups of whole wheat flour to the dough, the liquid that was already existing. Didn't add any extra liquid, obviously. And then what they told me to put in the fridge for a couple hours, and it's actually been in there for over a day. So, yeah, we're gonna try and turn it into graham crackers. Lemon graham crackers. And hopefully that will work out. So what I did was cut my dough in thirds. It said to cut your dough in half, but because I had so much liquid, I added the extra cup of flour that wasn't called for in the original graham cracker recipe. So they did say to put it on parchment paper and possibly flour it if your dough is really sticky, and then roll it out. They then said to put it on the parchment paper after that, but this is not working either. I'm just going to roll it on my cookie sheet because my dough is just so sticky. I don't think parchment paper is going to help me any. So I was trying to flip it over. So needless to say, this could just be a bigger mess, like I said, but I'm going to go down swinging, so to speak. They said to roll it within a 1/16. So obviously it's more graham crackery. Can't roll it that way. I can only roll it back and forth. But I also wanted to use this cookie sheet because it has a fun little design on it. Yeah, I just made it worse. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Guess I need to flour my cookie sheet better. Let me get more flour on there. We're gonna get this all floured up real good. I might not be able to use this cookie sheet after that, but we are trying to get this as dried out as possible. Now we're cooking it at 325. They originally said 300. I'll have to get back to you about the time. But I think because of the extra liquid, I turned it up. Alright, she's going to be a doozy. Let's get her completely coated in flour. And then we'll get her rolled out. Nobody said baking was going to be easy, right? Yeah. That's what I say. And we're going to do that. We're going to get it shaped nice and neat here. Now, I hopefully will still smell and taste like lemon. I did test some and it tasted pretty delicious, I have to say. The flavor is on point, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't lie to you about flavor because I've pretty much been an open book as far as what I've told you about what works and what doesn't. So on that regard, you can definitely trust my skills here. Not many skills, but definitely trying to get better. Oh my gosh, it is just so, it's weird, it's such a delicate dough. I wonder if it'd be a great pie crust. That might be something we try. I did add some vanilla to it at some point too, I think, but that might be on the episode. It's not fun until you've made a mess, right? So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get them all rolled out. Well, at least this one for now. We'll see how it goes over. And I'll come back and we'll go from there. Good job, boss. Alright guys, well I made a mess, but I got one sheet done. I had to actually put the other thing of dough in back in the fridge and grab another one. So here it is. I put it on a smaller pan. I'm trying to get some of the flour off because I don't want it to be, although it probably would help us in this instance, right? And I had to cut to fit, so I have a little lip over here. I'm covered in flour, but they're in here and they're on a piece of wax paper. So they're supposed to go in. That's the question of the day. How long? I have no idea. 16 parchment paper. Combine sugar and cinnamon for topping and brush each sheet of dough with milk and sprinkle with cinnamon sugar. I'm going to use the lemon glaze that we made, but I might do the milk on the top. And it says bake 5 minutes, rotate pan, and continue baking 5 more minutes. Remove from oven, cut into the rectangles and the dots and all that fun stuff. But I'm going to get a little bit of milk here. I forgot about this part. And like I said, I have my oven at 325. They say 300. I guess if you follow my crazy recipe, you'll have to keep following me. So 5 and 5, and then after you cut them, it's another 20 minutes, so like a half an hour. And we'll see what happens from there. We're going to sprinkle them with the milk here. Brush it, whatever you want to say. I don't know why I said sprinkle. I'm so traumatized right now. They are very lemony. I think they taste quite delicious. I would eat the dough raw myself, and most of it is edible raw, except for the actual flour, which nobody wants to eat raw. My brush isn't really good for this, apparently. I needed the other kind. So hopefully this helps the top dry out and golden a little bit. And it's helping us to get some of the flour off the top. Okay. I don't know. Maybe we could do a little cinnamon sugar. But I'm going to turn, and if this fails, we're going to take whatever comes from this and make the truffles like I did for the Oreos and the brownies. You know, there's always one more step that I can drive myself insane with. Okay. Alright guys, in they go for 5 minutes and then I rotate it around. Another 5, and so on and so on and so on. I am completely covered with flour. So needless to say, the first attempt at pound cake did not work, but hopefully once I get myself on a system here, the dough, if you're wondering what I'm doing. I got flour everywhere. On the fridge, on me, on the floor, all over my hands. So what I'm going to do is kind of clean up. We'll see how these come out. I'll do my rotations. And then basically I think I'll just come back at the end, show you what they look like, and show you what I'm going to do with the lemon glaze that we made the other day for the pound cake. Okay? So hang in there with me, guys. Oh, they smell like if they could translate into actually something stable, I think they're going to be amazing. And I think I've invented something new, but we'll find out. I'm sure there's lemon graham crackers out there somewhere. All right. I'll be back. Fingers crossed. All right, guys. I'm about to take them out. This is the part where I'm cutting them. I did the one rotation and did another 5 minutes. I mean, they're not the flattest of graham crackers, but I do think it's working. They are getting baked, so to speak. Here's falling out. Okay, so this is why we're doing it now, is because they're still a little soft. I'm gonna see how many I can get. I don't know. I'm not familiar with how big graham crackers are. That looks about right. Are they the straightest graham crackers in the world? Absolutely not. Okay. That's okay. I mean, this might be the way to cut all bar cookies from now on. Like, I started out with rectangles and it ended up with squares, so you do the math on that one. And then they say to take a chopstick or something, I have a skewer here, and make the holes. I don't know if we need holes. You know? I mean, if you want them to look authentic, I guess, right? I'm gonna make mine authentic in that I'm not poking the amount of holes they told me to. I'm a rebel. Definitely getting a solidified dough here, finally. Only took like 80 cups of flour. And being coated in flour. You know how that goes. Alright, you get the gist, right? So basically, we gotta wait 18 to 20 minutes now. And see if they get graham crackery. I mean, they wholeheartedly look like graham crackers, but... And I definitely get that vibe when I bite into it. And it's still very lemony, even with all that flour in there. I'm sure I'm making a mess. Okay, back in they go. I'll keep you all posted how they come out, but here they are. What do you think? You did pretty good, right? Okay. Alright, my little ladies. Help me out here. So 18 minutes and then we'll go from there. Oh! I swear I hit timer. Alright, and I'll be back in a little bit. Keep those fingers crossed. Alright, so had I read the next set of instructions, it should have gone as follows. Didn't quite. Continue baking the 18 to 20 minutes, rotating pan halfway through. Turn oven off, which I did not do until the time was up. And then open the door for 3 minutes. And then close the door and leave the crackers in the oven for 20 minutes to dry out. It says remove from the oven, transfer to cooling racks to cool completely. And fingers crossed, hopefully, because I didn't read all the instructions like I'm supposed to, I didn't ruin them too much. I'm going to tell you, okay, I promise. They smell amazing. They look really good. And I am praying to goodness that they turn out. Alright, that's it. I'll be back with you. Alright, guess what, guys? It worked! I made graham crackers! I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so I told you about the different directions that I didn't follow initially. But look at, they're a little chewy, but that's okay. They solidified. I got a dough out of it. Woohoo! And then you're supposed to take them off the rack, or off the cookie sheet, sorry, and put them on a cooling rack. Oh, I'm so excited. And I got the frosting out, because, you know, I'm going to try one. And I'm debating about how I want to put the frosting on there. But right now, today, I think I'm just going to dip it in there. And I think I'm going to use this broken one. I hate these bowls because there's no good way to open them. You don't have a lid that sticks up. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's my lemon jello frosting. I'm dipping it in. It's not coming off. Pretty tasty. Oh yeah, that frosting is really good. You can try it without. I'm thinking it's good we added a little bit of the cinnamon sugar on top because it's not as sweet. Once it bakes up, it gets kind of more toasty. And some of them are a lot thinner than others. And we let them dry, and we'll get started on our next batch. It's just a hint of lemon in the background, but just enough to make it delicious. Okay guys, that's it. That's a wrap. So good. Alright. I said all the other stuff before, but I'll say it again. Have a good day. Go do great things. Be your best self. And please live your best blessed life. Thanks.